guess this little girl was sick. So they took her to the hospital, and then they called her parents and said that she was they was gonna call it like she died. So they said it's death. So they said the little girl died. They marked it as death, and they gave her the death hours. This little girl was probably like 6, 7 years old. So at the funeral, the girl wound up coming back to life. The little girl wound up coming back to life, and I think it's because it's in another country. Because I'm just thinking the whole time, like, how can she come back to life if they stuff the body, they take all the organs out and this and that? Once you're pronounced dead, they send you to, whatever it's called, and they take out the organs and they stuff the body up and they make the body look as though it's presentable. This little girl came alive in a casket. This little girl came alive in the casket at her funeral, and they just brushed it off, took her home like it wasn't nothing. I'm like, how? How? This little girl was pronounced dead. She was in the casket for how long? She was asleep that whole time in a coma or something. And then they said, luckily, they opened the casket and seen that this little girl was still alive. And he took her home. They put her on held her, picked her up, and took her home. Like, what? They picked her up and took her